Bro, I have something I want to talk to you about, by the way. I had this crazy epiphany today on this morning Zoom. I never thought about this. Ooh, this might be a good question. What are some different ways a new investor or wholesaler can jump in with students? So, in a very easy way to start, let's say I'm brand new and I don't know how to bring value. I don't even have leads that I'm generating yet. Okay, let's say I'm brand new. I don't even know what a lead is. I don't even know what a foreclosure is. I don't even know what the heck any of this stuff is. How can I provide value to somebody if I don't know anything? I don't know my butt from a hole in the ground. How do I bring value?
I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do.
I got a really obvious one while you think about that. Here's the most obvious one. Go and work for somebody as an acquisition guy, right? Go on to somebody else's wholesale team and go, I want to work for you. I will call your leads. I want to be trained by you, and I want to do deals with you under your supervision and let you make the majority of the money. Legit. Like, if you can't go anywhere else and you don't have money for marketing and you want to get plugged into a business, go find a Subto student. Go find one of Cody and my mastermind students, and plug in. Actually work for somebody, which is counterintuitive to basically everything we talk about. Because, bro, I have something I want to talk to you about, by the way. I had this crazy epiphany today on this morning Zoom. I never thought about this. Okay. So a really obvious thing, if I'm brand new, a great way to JV with somebody is go, hey, Subto student, you're trained. Zero to hero student, you're trained. You have some momentum. I don't have any momentum. I want to basically ride your coattails. Can I come and work for you? I will give you a year. Okay. I will give you a year. Oh, check this out. This is a great, because this is a tie into exactly what I'm saying. Will Ayarza, who I actually met for the first time yesterday in San Diego, he says, when I was super broke for budget, I didn't have money to do my own marketing. I just did acquisitions for up to 5 people until I got on my feet. So a really great way to get started in this business, guys, who in this, I know that some people are watching this after it's been recorded, and I know some people are watching it live and some people are watching it on a 10-minute lag because they just tuned in. But fill up the comments and let's talk about who in here needs to go and work for somebody else for their first 6 months to a year. And that's perfectly fine. Because I'm going to tell you a quick story. And Cody, I want to hear some other things that people can do besides go work for somebody else in just a minute while I say this point. So we've got a student, his name is Munif, okay? Munif tries to get into real estate for basically 2 years. He puts a second mortgage against his house to pay for all these mentorships, never does a deal. He comes into the Subto mentorship, starts cranking deals. He's now been in the mentorship, I think half a year, quits his job, doing incredibly well. What he's done better than doing deals, which I'm very proud of him on all the deals he's done, but the thing that I was very impressed with by Munif is he started taking other Subto students under his wing to work for him. And there was one student in particular that also was struggling to get his first deal for 2 years before he joined the mentorship because he was trying to do it as a principal of his own business with very little experience. And he was spending money on marketing and doing all this kind of stuff and didn't have daily accountability, didn't have all that kind of stuff. Joins the mentorship, finds Munif. Munif runs a lot of our bonus Zooms inside of the mentorship. So he finds Munif, and within like a week or two gets his first deal just working underneath Munif. And so I said, that is the most important check you ever got. And he goes, dude, I'm so proud of this. I only made $1,600. I'm like, you only made $1,600? That might as well be $1 million because that's a mindset shift. You now can turn that paradigm to, is this possible, to this is possible, because you went and worked for somebody else. And so there's a major opportunity for people that they sleep on, that all they have to do is go, can I go work for you and pace, Cody? Hey, can I work for you, Myron? Hey, Munif, can I work for you? You have the leads, you have the systems, you have the this. Let me just call your leads for you. And now the second part of that is that people go, well, I don't know how to call leads. Well, guys, that's the point of working for somebody. They're going to onboard you, they're going to train you, and they're going to let you call on your leads. It was kind of like what happened with Tino. Tino went and tried to run his own wholesale operation, right, for like a year. Couldn't get a deal closed. He came and worked for us. And how many days did it take for Tino to get a deal underneath my sales guidance?
I mean, it was within a week, and it was that East Mesa 55 plus home deal. I don't remember the street address, but I remember the deal.
Really good memory. I remember the temperature of how cold it was when we walked into the house because it was early January. I remember it was 2 years ago now. No.
Yeah, it's 2 years.
Yeah. Wow. Bro, we have no time. We got to work faster. Life is going by too fast. Holy crap. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So Tino, that was day 3 underneath our tutelage. And he was like, I've never seen a contract signed in person. This just, he was like, dude, just watching you sign the contract in person and watching you walk through the contract with the seller in person was all I needed to know. And all I needed to see that this was a real business. And now Tino's off doing his own thing, raising his own capital, doing his own deals, doing all that kind of stuff. Cody and I are obviously proud of what we're able to do with acquisition people. But guys, that's sometimes where a lot of people should start. Okay. Go work for somebody else. There's massive, massive benefit in doing that. And I know that there's a lot of sub-2 students in here that are like medium wave Dave, and some other students are like, yo, I'm hiring. I need people. I need warm bodies, people that are ready to do it. So make sure if you're a sub-2 student in here, you tell people, yo, I'm hiring.
So one of the things that I tried to do when I was brand new is find out what people actually wanted. So talking to investors that were actually doing deals, you don't need to know everything about everything, but just the example of a pre-foreclosure. And if you don't know what that is, it doesn't matter. What you do know is that you can get in a car, you can pull up addresses on your maps, you can plug those addresses in, drive to their doors, knock on their door, and read a script that some other investor gave you. And if they are interested, you can get another investor in there to do everything else that you don't understand how to do. Like that was literally the first deal that I got was from doing that. And I knew what a pre-foreclosure was because I was a realtor, but I didn't understand how to solve their situation. This particular seller was like, yeah, I got this lien. I have this access lien. There's a child support lien on the property. I need to clear those. I'm filing bankruptcy. I'm like, all of this stuff was like, I had no idea what she was talking about, but I'm just like, yeah, no, we could help you with all that. I had no idea if we could, but I'm like, yeah, we can help you with that. And then I like, I called Frank and I'm like, hey, this lady's got all this stuff going on. Can you help her with this? I told her we could, but can you? And he's like, yeah. Came over and I got to watch him, like similar to the way that Pace was talking about that with Tino, is I sat there and watched him talk to this lady about how to solve all of her problems that I didn't understand how to solve. And then also looking at this property, it had so much damage. There was water damage. The roof was leaking. The pool was destroyed. There was like, destroyed cars in the backyard. And I'm like, I don't know how much this is going to cost to fix all this stuff. I don't know construction, but he's like, oh yeah, it'll cost da, 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 da. So I learned about construction. I learned about the negotiations. I learned about solving some different lien situations on the property, and got to watch the contract get signed and watch that, project from start to finish. And again, like Pace is talking about, you don't need to know everything.
If you know everything, that means you started about 5 years too late, because you know how long it takes for you to know everything? 5 years. I mean, do you know everything, Cody?
No, I still learn stuff. Like there's still weird scenarios and situations of weird crap that I learn. And I'm like, interesting. I didn't know that was possible. I mean, because there's so much there is so much to learn in real estate, but just you don't even need to know the basics. You need to know a who that does know what they're doing. That's the most important part. The first subject to deal that I was ever a part of, Pace, I don't know, I'm sure you know him, Brian Hout. I didn't even know what subject to was, and I brought him this weird little condo in Mesa that I didn't know what to do with. This was years ago, but he's like, oh yeah, this is a good subject to deal, and I'm like, oh, sub what deal? What? And then he's like, oh, don't worry about it. He's like, can you set me up an appointment? And I'm like, I could call him and set him up and say that we could help them. Sure. So I set up an appointment and watched that process happen. And I didn't even know what was going on, but I still ended up getting a check for that deal. So that's the thing that I think people just overcomplicate too much, is they think they need to know everything. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know someone that knows the things that you need to know, and you can follow their lead. And that's a way with, obviously, without working for somebody, but working deals, meaning talking to people about their problems and then just going, who do I know that can solve this maybe? And having those conversations.